pretty good sized shack up there where Reuben used to live.
Just, yeah, just a tad overkill.
That soon hurts the tax roll, I mean. That's quite a, I've never been up in the yard, you just see it from the road both sides. Boy, that's a hell of a building.
I can just hear what Reuben would say about it too.
Yeah, he'd have a cat.
He was known to voice his opinion.
What's that?
He was known to voice his opinion
Oh,
in a very blunt manner.
Loudly. It's Peterson.
Yeah. You know, Gary Peterson,
Gary Peterson's son. Ben?
the next section over on the north side.
Way up in the field there is.
3/8 of a mile long driveway.
Yeah. I don't know if they're doing anything with the one to the east.
Oh, Mike Larson.
Yeah, they still,
That's just his honey hole.
I was in there 15 years ago in that house.
Yeah.
Newspaper's still on the table. 1934.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. That in the other Higgin farm where Yagi has east of Scarville. Up in the field there, somebody's up in there doing something recently. But anyway, that was the same way the silver of the table was set, everything was set. It just set. I used to take fuel up there in 2000, you know. I said, oh, yeah.
All right, let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and agenda as presented.
I'll second it. A motion from Derby and a second from Gensel to approve the minutes and agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, discussion with possible action regarding having a Board of Adjustments meeting and other zoning issues.
And Matt's supposed to be here.
Yep, good morning, I'm
there
here.
it is. All right. So you mentioned in your email this morning that you're waiting on another subject to get their paperwork to you before you call that meeting?
Yeah, that was the plan, and I just got an email back from that party. They were gonna have everything in by the end of the week. So, once I get that, I can set this meeting up for, the information that was discussed, last month about the zoning issue with the possible, recycling area.
Okay.
And then also with, I got another inquiry last night about a building permit that, Mr. Winder would like to, discuss as well, so.
Okay.
So the Golden Oval substation, Board of Adjustment review of the approved zoning and building permit application is gonna be discussed at this meeting.
Did you hear that, Matt?
Well, no, I did not.
Okay, he was asking if it was gonna be on the agenda at your next meeting to discuss that, the one at Golden Oval substation.
Correct. Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. Because my concern, can you hear me now, Matt? I'm speaking a little louder.
You might wanna come up
Okay.
closer.
So my
No, I
concern.
can hear.
So my concern is I requested a Board of Adjustment meeting in October, and this has not happened yet. And since then, you have approved another Bitcoin mining operation in the county under the exact, I just got a copy of the building permit, under the exact same home occupancy use, which I think is a complete stretch of the use of home occupancy. Considering there's nobody living there and there's not a home. And if we would have had a meeting in a timely fashion and the Board of Adjustment would have said, hey, this isn't proper, you misused your zoning authority, the second building permit wouldn't have been issued under the same zoning guidelines, I guess. So I mean, I think 10 months is a little excessive as well.
So the one thing I've found out recently that happened back in January was Department of Revenue did come out with a determination on the one you're
Taxes,
talking about,
yeah.
that it is being taxed through the county.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
No,
that.
and I sent a lot of emails to the Department of Revenue, and I would say I might be one of the reasons why this is happening.
Well,
Part of the reason.
but it's you know, it's one of those things, they take each case by case. I think the problem with this one, I don't think it had an actual physical lease with Heartland Power in place, so they were having to figure out, okay, so we need to, the county has the ability to value the equipment, and then they send the bill to Heartland Power since there's no lease in place. Heartland Power pays the bill and passes the costs up through to this guy. And if there was a lease in place, then the bill would go directly to the people that are leasing it. So that's how they are determining that.
Yeah.
And this one's valued at $220,000 for the buildings. The equipment's worth a lot more money, but they got $220,000 valuation out of it, which I thought was pretty good for.
So where does the Iowa utilities fit in this? Do they regulate whatever you can see? There should be a value on what they're producing.
That's another formula at the substation.
I'm just saying, they don't reveal any income from it. So is their tax value at zero?
Well, are you talking about the Bitcoin mining part of it? Okay.
Yes, the Bitcoin. Because the substation has its own
Right,
tax.
through the utilities. And then this is done through the county. So it's separated out on the same property.
Utility boards must be the operator or owner of all of the initial things that are made. Any decisions made must come from the state of Iowa.
I think they have some,
Because they won't even tell you how much they're paying for kilowatts. When we go to low usage hours, I don't think they go, because that thing still keeps humming, you know?
no,
Everybody else is supposed to sacrifice, but they don't have to.
I've been told that they cut back when it's needed.
Okay, by who? John told you that? That's more than he'd tell me.
Yeah, no, he says they're getting they get a pretty
Get a
good
special
rate
rate.
because they have to cut back when they need the power.
But they get a special rate on electricity, period. And they don't tell you what that is. He
No,
said that's
no.
the property of the state of Iowa. Concerning. It should be based on what it's producing. That's how we get our CSRs or tax. They should get on what their Bitcoins are. Now they're absolutely extremely, this carrot face we got for president, he says, hey, it's a currency today. We have no value on it. It should be high. It should be high. He should be paying more than anybody.
So my question is, so are both of the Bitcoin mines, zoning permits or applications going to be reviewed at the Board of Adjustment meeting, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name?
Yuri Crow.
Okay.
Thompson, Iowa. Live in town.
Wander occasionally.
Pardon me?
You wander out of town occasionally.
I have been known to do that.
And so I would also, I wonder if this is something the county can do until we have a meeting, maybe put a temporary moratorium on new building permits for Bitcoin mines in Iowa since or in Winnebago County, since we're approving them under home occupancy. And I think that's a stretch, and maybe we shouldn't approve any more zoning applications until we have a Board of Adjustment review to see if this is actually building permits are actually being approved properly. I mean, 10 months is a long time to wait to have a meeting, and the rules have not changed. They're supposed to meet quarterly. It's not happening.
Well, I have confidence that there will be a meeting coming up fairly soon, and the time it would take us to action on something like that would be probably longer than that, so. And we don't know how that would come out,
So how come it takes so long? Just, I know we're getting buildings in town across the street from Flaner's there, we're getting the RECs in there. How long did it take to approve those buildings?
well, that would be through Matt again.
Yep, so how long did it take? I'm just trying to find out what's it take for.
Matt, how long does it take for those building permits for Heartland Power along the highway? So you were able to approve those on your own, or?
Yep, they met the zoning requirements, building setbacks, based on what I think Kingland had submitted with their site plan.
Okay.
So how long did it take you to determine that?
Did you?
A couple days.
So.
Well, until this meeting happens, I guess we just don't approve any more building permits for Bitcoin mining. What's already been approved has been approved, but we can talk about that later. But for now, I mean, in the future, if they come up with another one between now and then, which is probably unlikely, we just won't make any decisions on it until after we've had the meeting.
But it's not your decision.
Yeah, it's not our
Matt's
decision.
So
It's all their decision,
But no, but I'm saying that Matt shouldn't approve it. No, when I say we, I mean,
and that's where they're asking for the moratorium and by us.
yeah.
but you guys can't do that, so
Do you have to approve stuff if it meets the parameters?
Yes.
And is there, in Winnebago County, is there only 2 Bitcoin mining sites? The Golden Oval and then one over by the Waste Management? Are those the only 2 that have been approved?
Correct.
Okay.
Do they have any more in the future? Matt? There's some kind of.
Not that I know of. I haven't heard anything.
They're all owned by the same guy? I want Matt to say it.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay. Seems like he's got sounds like he's got a deal made that he can't fail if he wants to put another one in some substation. Anywhere in the county, he can do it.
If it meets the guidelines, yeah.
What's that?
I mean, you could too if you wanted to. So, I mean, it's fair, I mean, anybody can.
This guy's just got it figured out,
Yeah,
No.
so. And they're popping up in other counties too, so. I know Cassuth has one, their value is half of what ours was, and so.
But they're twice as big a county.
No, I mean, but the value of the building was half of what ours was.
Maybe it is half, is it, has it got 12?
I haven't
lanes
seen
total?
it, I haven't seen it.
So anybody can put these up, like you just said? You don't have to go to the utility board and get
I mean,
a variance?
just like the gentleman did in Thompson, I mean, if you know how to do it, I mean,
I copied the exact same building permit that, was submitted by Adam for, a parcel on a piece of land that I rent, and my building permit was denied.
For what reason?
I was gonna do the same thing,
You know, what reason was it denied?
didn't meet qualifications.
Because it wasn't on a
I
utility property, was that?
Didn't say.
Well, Matt, what was the reasoning for that one? Denial?
He didn't give any building sizes or location on the property. It was a simple email I can forward you guys. I just asked for some more information.
Okay,
He never gave.
so maybe with
I
more
see.
information you could do it.
Okay. And the other thing I think that needs to be addressed in the county is a zoning permit is only $10. It should be, if you look at other counties, a lot of counties actually, a zoning permit application cost is relevant to the building cost, and it's ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you're giving away. You talk about revenue, not getting enough, right? There is a way where you can get some revenue.
Well, in this case, it's somebody that's outside the county, so it's more attractive to do that. But, you know, if it's somebody inside the county isn't here to make money off of people that are doing private enterprise. You know, I mean, it's,
But $10
So-
to build.
But we'd like to see us get our, our costs
re-
involved
recoup our costs for the time and stuff. Yeah.
when we have utility, projects, where they're putting up the big pole. When we did that one, there was more costs involved there. Every time they crossed a drainage line of ours, there was another fee, so there are other caveats within that system. So, well, I guess all we can do is hope for the Board of Adjustment to meet soon so we can get this resolved.
So how many members are on this board?
5, I think.
5? And each different community or what?
Yeah, they're spread out.
So Matt's for Ray, who's for Thompson?
Matt's the administrator of the program.
Oh, he's the secretary? He's not a board member?
Correct.
He just relays the message.
I think, there's Fort City, Lake Mills, Buffalo Center, Thompson, and,
These people, I don't know who they would be.
one's your daughter-in-law,
Joni is?
Jill.
Oh, Jill. Okay, didn't know that.
She's been on it for a year and a half now, I think.
Okay. I'll have to talk with her.
You got
See
an
how
in.
it's going.
Yeah, she'd be able to tell you when the meeting is.
Huh?
She'd be able to tell you when the meeting's gonna be, when it gets scheduled, so.
Sucker. That's me.
Well, is that
Yeah,
suffice for
and,
now?
the only other thing is I would ask that Matt would communicate with me when the Board of Adjustment meeting is going to be
Okay,
directly.
could you hear that, Matt?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we're square there.
Yep, okay.
All right,
I'm gonna send that drainage email.
Yeah.
Thanks.
okay, thank you, guys.
Okay, we'll move on to Auditor's Office. We'll discuss drainage matters.
She's gone.
She's gone. Anything for drainage?
Trying to think which one I was gonna bring up. It's not much.
I'm gonna stay for this drainage now. Oh, okay, see you later. Yeah, thank you.
I was thinking about the height of the water right now in the river. I'm hoping that maybe some roots let go and that big honking tree that's going across the river over by by 420th. Just kind of picks up and moves downstream somewhere. Solve all our problems. There's got to be some buoyancy there when you're getting this deep. I don't know, did you hear about our discussions earlier? There's some trees in 2 different places, where Kim Haugen lives, south of that, in the river. There's like a bunch of trees blocking the river there, and then you're up just around the corner, there's more trees blocking there, and we're gonna maybe clean it out, but we don't know who to bill it to and how to do it.
Sure, he'll take the bill. He'll work on it.
So, we talked about, well, do we put it as a repair to a drainage district, which you would be part of that one.
Is that the Winnebago River?
That's the Winnebago River.
Is that one?
It's right where,
Drains into it?
right where DD1 dumps. I mean, it's within, 1,000 feet of the outlet there. So it definitely affects that, but it affects everything. But, we just didn't figure out a way to bill anybody. So, and we were talking $30,000. If you spread it out, that's not that much.
No,
But can we do it?
average house, it would only be about $100 for the.
But if you're doing that to who are you billing it to?
Everybody whose water is being restricted by the tree.
Not everybody. There's some water that goes to the west of the county, and some has already passed that, and so it'd probably be a third of the county, maybe. That would be in drainage districts, and that's the only way we can bill it specifically through a bunch of districts. So.
I mean, it's, everybody that's upstream from where it's gonna happen should be paying for it, cause their water's flowing through it.
But it's not,
Well, we'll have a hard time getting that part done, but, it would be to their benefit, but I'm still willing to bet it would be hard to get that done.
Sewell, who owns that? Does Albany own that? Field right to the north and west a little bit?
Of-
The old railroad bed there? Right.
well, the county owns it.
Oh, the county owns that. Oh, okay.
So but it's the river, and we've got the permission from the Corps of Engineers. Yeah, you can do anything you want in there as long as you don't dig out. You can take sediment out of there, you can take the trees out of there, just don't change the route or the banks on the river. So, I don't know, but hopefully this flooding will just kind of move things a little.
Just do it and pass that. I'll tell you what I did one year. I was up the rake having a couple of nips with Kuchenbecker. And I had just bought a piece up there by Vinci, north of Vinci, had it on the end there. And it was full of trees. So I said, what are you doing tomorrow morning? Well, he says, I'm not doing anything. I said, where's your backhoe? Well, he says it's in the yard. Is it loaded? Well, it is. He said, I only move it at night. Leave that. Not Kenny wouldn't do that.
This is on YouTube, so be careful.
What?
This is on YouTube, so be careful. And now that,
That's all right.
yeah,
I
no,
got nothing to hide.
well, no, Kenny did.
This is the fact. No, that's the fact. Yeah, he probably did at that time, This is 25 years ago.
Oh,
So we cleaned the ditch, and it didn't cost anybody anything other than what they volunteered to put down.
Yeah.
So I paid him, and they all paid me, and it went by. And that was a similar case of the state line. That's almost like what you're talking about. Both sides had to be approved, but that wasn't getting approved.
Well, I just thought I'd put that out there to get your feedback on it and how we handle it. We have no answer there.
No.
Hope it floats away. In Thompson there, how did we come out with that?
We made it through with the jetter,
Okay.
so, and it's taking water.
Did he put a inspection intake in on that other street on
Yeah.
Third? Okay. And replace 20 feet or so. And
Yeah, he had to go back a little bit farther to get it out of the road, so, yeah. And then he was gonna get Chris a quote for the manhole on the street where it got dug up last year.
You know where we're talking, don't you? Right around the corner from you,
Oh,
last week?
yeah, yeah. That 5-inch tile or whatever it was?
No,
It's a 12.
yeah,
It runs right underneath the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
On
And
Jefferson.
I saw
goes
one.
A whole block under the road there and then
Yeah.
takes a corner and heads to the west.
They had dug off a pretty good hole off to the south of the road. That's where he's putting in the
Inspection hole.
inspection hole. All right.
So there's two willow trees between Scott Howen and that guy that bought the Bobby Madison, former
Yeah.
Bobby Madison house. And that's what's plugging the tile in the street.
The common.
And so what do? We're getting a price on a manhole in the street so that we can at least access the tile right there. You know, we can jet it from either way, and we can track it. So that's what we're looking at now, is to make it easier to fix it, where we don't have to call in Rugness and
Yeah.
Where we can just jet it every year or two and keep it clean. The real fix is to get rid of the trees, of course, but you got to have the property owner willing to have his trees taken down. Would you be against drainage district paying to take the trees down?
I'm on the other end, I use drainage. I
So,
appreciate drainage.
so you wouldn't have a problem, because I mean, I'm sure the property owner is probably not gonna wanna pay to take them down. If we were to take them down and build a drainage district, you'd be all right with that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I have no,
Cause it's to the benefit of the drainage district. It's just that it's to the benefit of the drainage district,
yeah,
but it's just not technically the drainage district's responsibility to move private trees. So,
I guess that's true.
but if it benefits
So
you,
what are we doing on Swearingen then? That's private property. That's 22, District 22,
Yeah.
yeah.
16,000. That's cheap. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
that's cheap.
No, I thought it was a fair bid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
taking out a lot of trees there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
garbage.
And Danny's happy to see it,
Yep.
so. Any other things for drainage on your end?
We got through that one. We were gonna try jetting from basically your pond back there and then go underneath the road. Just to make sure that line was cleaned out too while we were just waiting for a day to do that one.
You do that from the bottom up then?
Yeah. Just since we were up in the middle and just try to get the stuff. I know there was stuff that went down,
Was that on the north side of the street?
like where your crawl lane is, right there
Yeah.
in your pond. There's that riser there.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
looking there and it's running full.
Yeah, so just since we're like midway through
Yeah,
and stuff
whatever.
went through, I just wanna kinda clean it, just to make sure that nothing else is,
More of a maintenance thing, and
Here's my idea. To keep that pond full, I'm gonna hook into that sucker, cause I have an overflow situation there. If the water gets too high, Lynn put it in several years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hook into that when the water gets low, so I can keep my pond up there.
Sure.
You know, it's kind of the plan.
well, we'll just keep giving you water then.
Yeah, just send me the water.
All right.
Okay, anything else for drainage?
honestly.
All right, and we'll move on to Ethan Shutter, not the engineer, will discuss secondary road matters.
Got much?
Not too much, Cole's up in break, we're still working, they got all the crossroad and driveway pipes done, so. We're gonna start stripping back dirt and ditches and widening all that, so.
Did we get started on the striping on that east, or the R50 and
Striping, I think was supposed to come late this week.
is it later this?
Yeah, I can't remember that. I know they were talking early September to start paving from Buffalo Center up and around Break. I know there's a date for striping, it's
come up and do it all at once? Or are they gonna do it in,
They'll have to do it in two separate.
okay,
Sounds like the rumble strips will be all at once later. Do you have much washout?
Yeah, yesterday we had a few, nothing terrible, just
Down the edges and,
edges and rumbles. And then washed a lot off the top of the roads.
I noticed on Sunday on the way to the church, there, the sides are washed down the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And a lot of those aren't even, I mean, some of them have curbs out there that we gotta get addressed next spring again too. But some of it, like that rain's just coming so hard and fast that the grass just keeps it from
Yeah, it,
shedding off.
that hard driving rain really was different.
Yeah. I mean, I had washout in my driveway that I've never seen before either.
Yeah.
Too much water.
I see, on 150th there where you've got, oh, I think it's right by, where the tar is, there's getting to be a pothole in there now.
I would assume there was a pretty good washout again by Gene Brass's there.
Yeah.
Is there any schedule on getting a tile put, or a culvert put in that?
It's one that we could probably get done sooner. Some of that stuff, we get culvert separations that we wanna get done right now, but just have to put more underwater.
Yeah, are you guys gonna put that in, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just bill, did you say, I thought I heard that Alliant was gonna
Pay for it.
pay for some of it, or whatever, they were gonna pay for it?
Scott was done with it.
Doesn't hurt to send a bill.
Yeah.
Cause that's not the original, I mean, the driveway was approved, I mean, years ago, back in the 70s. But when they put in that pipeline thing right there, that they had that whole thing dug out and then put it back in again, so.
I've metal detected it before and I can't find culvert in it.
No, yeah, and when you had it dug up, I mean, it almost looks like it made common sense just to put a culvert in right there, but, anyway.
And you got your flyers out and notices out for your sale on your properties?
Yeah, actually had open house down at the main shop yesterday. That seemed really good. There was,
Quite a few people in attendance.
I would say 5 different entities.
For a span of 2 hours, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't really have like any gawkers, really, just your snoopers.
So genuine interest.
Yeah, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Steve Hasenbrook said it was really good.
Yeah.
And so,
And then is there do they just contact you for inspection of the property out at Sunnyside then?
yeah, if they want to.
Okay, so Gary could just get a hold of you now and you can go out and show it to him? So
Really?
he needs one of those.
You gonna give me a ride?
I'll give you a ride.
I've seen you drive before.
All right, so that's coming up September 10th.
September 10th, there'll be 3 different closing times.
All online. All right,
All right, anything else for secondary roads?
look at it, 9:30.
No, it is 9:30. And 9:30 a.m., Andy Buffington to discuss hazard mitigation planning.
Yep, everybody's favorite thing, getting high.
So what I'm handing out is a couple different things. Number one is the spreadsheet that is the result of the hazard analysis risk assessment. If you can pull that up. So what that spreadsheet shows is the, according to the hazard analysis risk assessment that was completed by the county, the prioritization groups of what could happen. And this is really cookie cutter for the state of Iowa, you know, that extreme heat. The terrorism's probably a little high, which is that's not a big deal. That doesn't change anything for how we plan for adverse events, but
Does it affect everybody's insurance?
no, does not affect insurance whatsoever.
'Cause that seems to be a big topic on every insurance policy that's out there.
Oh, terrorism?
Yeah.
Yeah, acts of terrorism don't count for most insurance policies, you know. But no, this doesn't do anything. This is just about planning. You know, how do we make sure that we're ready to go for, you know, any events like this. So as you look at that, is there anything that seems completely out of place or doesn't make any sense? And also, if the county had an unlimited budget to do mitigation projects, is there anything that you folks would think that, hey, we can do this? Now think about, you know, for like extreme heat, you know, heating and cooling shelters for, you know, winter weather, severe winter storms is tied for fifth down there. You know, tornado shelters, sirens. I mean, is there anything that you guys can think of, anybody could think of that, hey, if we had unlimited budget, this is some of the things that the county would love to be able to do?
Does that include moving a tower from the Irish hospital apartments?
Not necessarily, but,
Well, that'd be my priority.
okay. All right, we've got electronic engineering, you know, it's about $450,000 to $500,000.
Yeah.
You know, so that, I mean, it's just gonna continue to go up the longer we wait.
Right.
We do have a 99-year lease though, so why spend 500,000 and just keep right there?
Well, it plugs parking up for one thing.
Tower?
They want to put parking back there when that goes away. And right now they have to use city.
Well, I'm guessing it ain't going away in the near future, so.
Yeah, again, finding that suitable site and then replicating the equipment so we don't have a service disruption.
I think it's best to wait until whatever's there is antiquated and it can just be taken down.
Honestly, you're right,
Mhm.
you know, because really we use the VHF, that's where all our VHF controls are at. So that's all the fire paging for the county, EMS paging, stuff like that, with the exception of the county medics. You know, so that's what's used there. All right, so the only other thing that I need to do is the second sheet I gave. It's two-sided. There's 23 different mitigation measures that is taken from the state of Iowa's plan as well as some of the things that we've approved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through these real quick. I'm not gonna burn up a lot of your time. I'll just read through them and explain them. If you have any questions, let me know. And then when I'm done, if everybody that would like to, just circle the top three that you think that the county should consider as a measure. Does that make sense? Okay. Again, I'll just read through it. Unfortunately, I'm required to do this for the planning, thanks to FEMA. But the first one is that's emergency management planning. It's things like response recovery, preparedness, mitigation, long-term recovery, things like that. Number two is electric utility retrofitting or hardening, making sure that our infrastructure, if there's any owned by the county, make sure that it's resilient enough to withstand adverse events. Number three is the construction, retrofitting, or maintenance of drainage systems to provide adequate and proper functioning. That includes sewage, retention, and detention systems. And, you know, the county obviously has a lot to do with that. Four is the acquisition of flood-prone properties and convert them into open space or green space, or elevate them above the base flood elevation. Number five is the construction of public safe rooms for government facilities, critical facilities, recreational areas. Again, think of the tornado safety rooms like what they have up in Buffalo Center and Lake Mills. Number six is the replacement or retrofitting of bridges and culverts to meet capacity requirements. If we have some of those structures that get overrun or washed out, to increase that capacity, making them larger so that they don't become an issue. Number seven is the purchase and installation of backup power generators, again, just for all sorts of different county-owned facilities. Number eight is the development and implementation of watershed studies and implement watershed plans, hydrology studies. Essentially what this does is that it looks at what's coming into the county and what we can do to alleviate inundation of water. Number nine is the installation of soil stabilization, drainage, and erosion protection measures, things so that we keep our keep our ground from washing away and losing ag value. Number 10 is the non-structural retrofit of public structures. That would be like beefing up what you own to make sure that if a high wind event or a tornado or something, or earthquake, hurricane would come through, that would have a better chance of withstanding that type of hazard. Number 11 is the construction, retrofit, or maintenance of levees, dams, flood walls, culverts, and floodgates to make sure they give adequate capacity and protection levels for property and critical facilities. Number 12 is raising roads to reduce hazard risk. If you have roads that continue to flood, coming in and raising them so that we don't continue to wash out. Number 13 is develop and promote comprehensive, cost-effective recommendations for adoption and enforcement of land use, new ordinances, regulations, promotion of legislation, zoning, building codes, regulate construction so that you can decrease risk. So as people are building new structures, that they're built to a standard that their hazard risk is lower. Ensure that property security measures are in place for critical facilities. That would be doing assessments on all your critical facilities and seeing what needs to be done to harden them or make them more secure.
Are you talking about county facilities?
County facilities, yeah.
Okay.
Going through and seeing what needs to be done. And we'll get back to that a little bit later in this list. Number 15 is the establishment of natural vegetation buffers and removal of dead vegetation next to sensitive lands and forestry improvements and tree planting. Number 16 is encouraging communities to include severe repetitive loss and repetitive loss strategies in all hazard mitigation planning. And educate communities on these properties in their jurisdictions. So again, those things that have repetitive losses to have strategy to figure that out. The last, or 17, is completion of flood insurance rate mapping and encourage national flood insurance program community and individual participation. Again, the FEMA and the state of Iowa do that now, but again, making sure that we have good flood maps to make sure we're not building in flood-prone areas. Number 18 is the relocation of critical facilities for flood protection. If we have a critical facility that's constantly getting water, to be able to move it, that might fit your tower thing, potentially. Number 19 is the construction and elevation of wastewater lift stations. If the county has any of those, making sure that they stay far enough above floodplain so that they don't get inundated during a high water event. 21 is construction of flood walls. Pretty self-explanatory. 21 is the installation and maintenance of protective measures for the safety and security of critical facilities. That would be after the assessment, going in and doing fencing, intrusion detection, cameras, access control, all that stuff. 22 is the employment of construction measures that direct water away from structures. Again, making sure that we don't have flooding from just the regular flow of water. And the last is removing asbestos from public facilities. So all I'll need you to do is circle the top 3 that you love, and I'll collect those and go back. And so the next steps for me is that I have one more community to meet with. And I will finalize the plan. Once I get that finalized, I'll send it out to probably just to Carla for distribution. I'll have it. I'll see if Jody can put it on the website. There's a 30-day public comment period for members of the general public as well as government agencies. I will also include a resolution for adoption of the completed hazard mitigation plan, barring no changes. And then we send it down to the state of Iowa and Federal Emergency Management Agency for ultimate approval.
So number 17,
Yes.
we're already doing it with the DNR,
Yes.
and it's in place, and we update it every how many years?
Well, see, I mean, right now,
5,
they're
10?
in the middle of a study, so they're like multiple times throughout, in the last 5 years, we've been meeting with the DNR.
So to me, that's not really a priority since we're already doing
Already
it.
doing it, right. There's this, again, this is kind of a cookie cutter approach to, from Los Angeles, California to Scarborough, Iowa. You know, they're trying to.
A lot of similarities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's in the dark about this stuff, so I don't have an opinion.
problem. I just wanna make sure if you wanted the opportunity.
I can't believe that.
That's just shocking to hear
Wow,
that.
geez, we have that recorded, don't we?
So that flood, that, insurance thing, I see that on there.
National Flood Insurance Program. Winnebago County is a participant.
Ah,
So what that does is it's a federal program to make it simpler for somebody that's on property that, you know, they get water running into their basement. This guarantees them the ability. Some insurance companies will just be like, yeah, I won't touch it, or they'll charge you so much that, you know, you're gonna go broke.
Yours done?
Yeah, I guess I could.
The other one?
Oh, yeah.
Right, the only other thing, granted, it's not on the agenda or anything like that, but just, I will be retiring in less than 3 years. And so what I'm gonna be working on is the communications piece is gonna be taken care of. That doesn't need to be, but the emergency management side I'm concerned about. What I'm hoping to do is have a conversation with Sheriff Hefferly to see if we could somehow incorporate that into, because the sharing agreement, it sounds like down in Hancock, what they're looking at is making it part of the sheriff's office. And I don't want to leave Winnebago County in a position where they'd have to go out and try to hire somebody and be more expensive than what it is now.
We also want somebody that's gonna be attending the proper training and meetings that they need to do when they
Required to
get
do
into
that.
it, yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
Cause I go to those regional emergency meetings in Mason City, and there's several counties that just don't show up.
That's correct. Yeah. And again, I'll start by visiting with the sheriff to see if something like that would work, you know, and because there are, according to Iowa Code, 29C, that there is, the sheriff's office can have an emergency management coordinator. It's required to have an emergency management coordinator by code. You know, obviously, over the last month, it's not that Winnebago County hasn't been affected, you know, with all the rain and the wind and everything else. Hancock County's got pounded, you know, the city of Woke, the city of Clemmy, obviously the city of Garner 2 weeks ago. So I've been saying my prayers that it hasn't been like Lake Mills and Garner, you know, not that we haven't been affected up here, but at the same time, I think that the county will be better served by having its own emergency manager rather than sharing. I was in a unique position knowing Winnebago County like the back of my hand, being a lifelong resident and working for Hancock County, so that worked out well back in 2006 when we started that agreement.
And in the next 3 years, we'll probably know more about what the state's gonna do for Doge and how many counties there are gonna be.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things, the emergency management side of it too, they're talking about regionalization. And that's one of the things we had talked about probably 15 years ago in our little emergency management community is, can we do that? You know, where maybe there's one emergency management agency that serves 10 counties. Why couldn't we use the LEPC like for our hazmat team? You know, now there's enough people that are gonna resist that, which is fine. But the reality is, you know, we need to start figuring out ways to do it better. You know, because right now there's one coordinator that has 4 counties. I have 2. I think there's one other coordinator that has 2.
Who are the 4 counties then?
Appanoose, Davis, Lucas.
Oh, way down there. Okay.
Central. And then Adair Guthrie is another one. And then Winnebago and Hancock, those are the only 3 coordinators that share those 8 counties. So, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to work to make sure that, obviously I want to leave it better than what it started, so, and then I don't want it to cost a ton. So,
Okay.
just food for thought.
All right. Thanks for the heads up.
You bet. Thank you. Wants to eat, he doesn't seem bad enough to do.
All right, and we'll move on to open forum.
no, I'm just hanging around.
think it was last night they had the city council meeting in Thompson.
Yeah, it's the first one I've been to.
Oh, you were there?
No, I was YouTubing.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
surfing on the phone and, oh, there it is.
There it was, huh?
At the end, who was the gal that was talking about the
Oh,
handicap space?
yes. That was, that should have been somebody we knew. I wonder if that wasn't Sharon Simmons.
Okay.
I should mention that, but that's a possibility. She
She-
knew her numbers.
Well, but she doesn't realize that, you know, you can't, you know, they have handicap spaces on Main Street where the ramps are. And,
Yeah, she didn't get to that point.
Yeah.
And you can't have them right in front of the establishment. It's pretty damn tough, you know.
yeah, I got a message from somebody out in Sioux Falls, South Dakota that had notified about it. It's like there was a big hoopla and I'm watching it. Well, somebody just voiced their opinion. That was about it. I didn't think it was out of control. We've had much worse here. We've had much worse here.
Consider for approval auditors transfers.
I'll make a motion to approve the auditor's transfer.
I'll second it. Motion Derby, second from Jensel, to approve the auditor's transfers. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Consider for approval county claims.
Stevie, what do you do, buddy?
Oh, I'm good, how you doing?
Jeez, look at you.
Lean and mean.
Oh, really, really, really. What's going on in your side?
Nothing.
Normal stuff.
Day to day. I come in here and get my weekly dose of drainage.
Oh, we already did drainage.
I know.
We could go back to it for you, though.
Tell you what, it'll be a good replay on YouTube for me.
Oh, yeah, I bet. You'll be just riveted to that tonight. You put that on the big screen. Yeah.
Look at that before you go to sleep at night.
Yeah, but the one we discussed today affects you.
It does. One of them, yeah.
That's your district.
Your drainage district.
Your front yard, anyway.
You could throw around those names, numbers, and I'd be none the wiser.
If one of your neighbor's trees are plugging a tile that's causing us to have to jet it out all the time, would you be all right with paying, if the neighbor was to want his trees cut down? I'm sure he doesn't want to pay for it, but if we were to remove them, would you be willing to be part of the drainage district that pays for cutting the trees down?
Oh, you're supposed to, I don't know. I'm confused.
He told me the same thing. So, same tree, same conversation, just a different people.
He's doing a survey.
Yeah.
Apparently, people want surveys.
Well, in the long run, it'll be cheaper.
Okay.
But the guy's gonna lose some shade.
this all the stuff on Third Street that you were working with?
Third and Jefferson.
Yeah, okay,
It's on Jefferson where the trees are.
okay. I'm thinking on my line.
Well, there may be some
Is that tree
closer
on
to you.
Sue's property?
What?
Sue Smith's property?
The tree?
Is that tree on Sue's? She has the house right, she did that work right here, she owns that property right there, I think. Just Sue Smith. Yeah.
You would have thought she'd have brought it up last week when we were discussing it then.
He had many properties.
Oh, yes, okay.
If the tree was on her property, she would have said
I
something.
don't know who lives there. Yeah, north, yeah, you don't know who lives there now.
You're talking where Joey Mathis lived there?
Yeah.
Go with that Allen Place, whatever guy.
Yeah, and she put it up for sale. Carol put it up for sale.
Yeah,
That's not the tree.
Oh,
It's across the street, Bobby Madison's old place.
okay.
maybe a tree.
Now, that little house is owned by a Christian Gunderson.
Oh, really?
Whether, trying to see where the bill goes.
Yeah, well, okay, Josie's,
Son.
sure. Yeah, because that was her dad's place. The guy that used to live in that little house, Josie Gunderson, she's the police department's secretary.
Oh,
That was her dad that lived there, and he passed, so now the grandson must have it.
okay. Does he live there then?
I wouldn't know him if he was standing in front of me, I don't think.
Well, Palmer owned it, bought it in '04. And then Dale Knecht bought it after
Yeah,
that.
Dale Connect, that was Josie's dad.
Okay. Okay, and then in '24.
I've never even heard that name before.
So, all right.
But there's a tree there clogging up the tile.
Yeah, it's a willow tree, and they go everywhere. They'll go over 100 feet to find water. There's two of them too. One right behind the other.
And they get monstrous. I've got two in the corner of my property, and they're actually not on my property, but right there. And those things are so dang big now that I think if they blew over, they'd reach my house, and they're all the way across my yard.
And the only reason you don't take them down is because they're expensive to take down.
Well,
That
I usually take down my own trees, but I'm losing ambition for that stuff.
well, the bigger they are, the harder they are to do.
Yeah, I've got a really, really long cable that I get up and tie it in, and then I pull it with a tractor. That's how I get mine to drop where I want them to.
Well, that's what I.
That, and I also wait until the wind's out of a favorable direction before you start on it.
I've got a really old, out at my place, after the last storm, I have a really old silver maple that up about 30 feet in the air, there's a branch that goes off like this, and there was a chunk of it this big that snapped. And so it's hanging to the ground that whole distance, and I'm hoping the wind comes up from the other way and just kind of swings it around. And
Yeah, the night before that derecho, I had one come down on my plumb. I'm out mowing with my headphones on. And hunky dory, and then I go to put my mower away, and I'm like, what the heck?
You don't hire that done after you.
Oh, no, I'm still at it, so. And, yeah, so I had to wait till the next one, I had a derecho tomorrow, so another day won't. I got it all cut up in one load and I'll put it down. Andy,
just caught me across the hall. We'll talk about that later today at my office.
Okay.
I'm just picking my face.
Okay.
They're only done with what I thought, so
Oh.
Just hanging out with them.
yeah.
That's coming wrong.
You're here too late. We've already absorbed the cranial cogitations off his illuminating discourse.
That's a lot of sentences there.
You can't say I didn't learn anything in college. It was the first words I ever heard out of a college professor's mouth in 1980 at Waldorf. My first class in the morning is the teacher goes, the objective in this class is to absorb the cranial cogitations off my illuminating discourse. And I'm sitting there going, yep, the counselor was right. I should have went in the military.
I'm listening to that, and all I'm hearing is like, Tommy.
I had to look it all up to figure out what it means. And then
I'm surprised you didn't have them spell it, you know?
yeah.
Did you spell that?
And then the teacher, she actually just retired. And when the Bartz's, Carolyn Bartz's parents, I can't, come on. Anyway, they went to church at our church for a while their granddaughter was in Sunday school there and stuff. And one day I rattled that off at coffee after church, and he goes, "You sound just like my neighbor." And I go, "Who's your neighbor?" He goes, "Jolene Friday." I says, "Well, that's the college professor I heard it from back in 1980." You know, so evidently she was proud to know that somebody actually remembered that.
Jolene Friday?
Yeah, Sergeant Friday we called her.
Just because, hey, gotta be related.
I'm waiting for them to get done with the food bank. I'm supposed to be there.
Oh,
They're unloading today.
don't,
I'm not rushing.
don't miss you. So, they were talking about school. So Cam lives out in California. So it was first day of school for his littles yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting here.
He's in California?
Yeah.
Where at?
South of Palm Springs, about 20 minutes.
Mm.
It's called Morongo Valley.
Down in Southern California.
Yeah. That's where his wife is from. So after the Army, that's where they went
Yeah.
back to.
So what's he doing now?
Building code inspector.
Oh, really?
His boss is an Osterman. They call him Osterman from Esterville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Osterman, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, well, I went to school at Buffalo Center. We call them Ostermans. I think they're cousins or something.
Well, and like, Feener. Out here it's Feener.
Feener?
Kevin Feener moved to Colorado and then Nevada. He just went with Finer, so it was simpler to explain it. You know, because he just got tired of people spelling it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was actually his father-in-law had a plumbing business. So he was just doing some summer help with him, and he's waiting for the building inspector to get there. So this guy shows up, and they get chatting, and really, from Iowa.
Yeah.
He was Willard Thompson, Iowa, and that's when he said,
Well,
Esterville. So he said, he was using the GI Bill for schooling.
oh, yeah.
You keep at it, let me know when you're done, and hired him on the spot.
I'll be there. I lived out by San Francisco for 3 years doing construction work out there, and those building inspectors are all crooked. Let me tell you, that was a license to steal, some of them guys.
Yeah, Cam, their office, they're like a subcontractor for the city. That's the way I describe it. 29 Palms. And that's where his office is. And it's in their city hall there, so they had to go to the city council meeting, get introduced and all that stuff, so. Devil. Dad. Hey, we're talking about you.
He was probably watching.
Yeah, most people are riveted to this meeting on YouTube.
Thanks for putting that gravel on those roads. I like that stuff.
The new stuff?
That mixes well. That's
Yeah.
my thinking.
It turned out really
This is
nice.
a name, isn't it?
What's that?
That marble effect
Leggy Farms.
did away with a lot of that.
Leggy
The
Farms.
gravel,
Heard that
they
before.
say
Well,
the
it's old
gravel,
parts
No.
don't drive good, you know, you gotta look after them.
we're trying to.
First I looked at it, I thought they got hit trying to think of where the Y was in comparison to the L.
Do you have the claim sheet? Did I miss it?
I was just gonna give you guys there. Anybody else got any
Okay.
questions about them?
Oh, yeah.
Is there one at the hometown market?
Don't know if they got one up there or not. Steve is in charge of that. And here's just.
Okay.
I don't think I saw the claim sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got them uptown in Buffalo Center, I know.
Yeah. Guess if anyone asks you, you can usually give them all those.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys.
It was our honor and privilege to have,
If I
it
don't
was
see,
our honor and privilege.
if I don't see you before, good luck with your bidding then.
I can't, is that my property or got
Yeah, we're selling it.
Mhm.
This is well, I gotta leave town anyway, this is well selling. See you guys.
Yeah, have a good day.
Carla, do you have the claim sheet? The one we all signed?
Yeah, it was in there someplace.
Was it?
Must have missed it. I don't remember. Was it one of the first ones?
It was, I think it was on top.
Oh, here it is.
No, that's
That's,
just the, I just saw the
Payroll.
payroll.
yeah, that's all I've seen. I didn't think I saw the claims one yet.
These are all
This is
payroll.
payroll one.
Well, I put it on top when I came in. So, I don't know where.
This is the end of it here. It's not in there.
Yeah, I didn't give this my stuff.
Well, I took it off Chris's desk and put it in that stack, so I don't know what happened to it. Or I just put it in a different pile. There you go.
Sure.
Glad I asked. I always look forward to putting my signature on something.
I know. No.
need to go back to secondary roads.
Did you guys have anything else?
No, I just wanted to.
All right. Thanks. I'll make a motion to approve the county claims.
I'll second it. A motion from Derby, a second from Jensvold to approve the county claims. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion to approve the payroll claims.
I'll second it. A motion from Derby, a second from Jensvold to approve the payroll claims. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, then we stand adjourned.